interest or a liking to her children, which you're a single mom to two sons. No man wants to date a single mom, and children should not be involved in dating. I don't care how y'all feel about this.
The new trophy wife situation just got more interesting. In fact, we have to talk about the red flags she ignored. And with these red flags, I would say she caused this for herself. At first, I was like, you guys don't judge her. It's not all that bad. But now I'm like, you know, you married somebody that was going to do something to your daughter. So you were so desperate. And these are the red flags that some women actually ignore. And when some things bad that's happening to them, when they finally get married to that same person, they are shocked. Why are you shocked? Hey, beautiful people, how are you doing today? It's your girl Maria Davis, and thank you all so much for tuning in. Another interesting video. I saw a video of this lady analyzing everything that happened between her and her husband, how she started, as she started, you know, with a dating app, looking for a high value man. Because before now, I don't actually watch her content, to be honest, and because she talks about, for me, she's giving pick me, because I feel like any woman that actually wants to always tell you look good, always look good for a man, always look good. For me, I'm like, yeah, male centered, to be honest, because why should you always want to look good for a man? But anyway, that is what most of our contents are based on. And she's also from a Christian talk kind of situation, so those kind of people, I don't consume those kind of content, right? So I like the fact that this particular lady actually explained everything. Let me read the clip for you all to watch to the end, and I'll share my thoughts at the end of the video.
So the trophy wife got on eHarmony looking for a high value man. Matched with a dude with a 20-year age gap. Was dating him, but they were dating other people, nothing too serious. She broke up with the other dude she was dating because her and her children were already living with him. And she said that she didn't feel as if he had an interest or a liking to her children, which you're a single mom to two sons. No man wants to date a single mom, and children should not be involved in dating. I don't care how y'all feel about this. Men want to date you, and once they have proved themselves to you, then you involve your children. Don't let your children, but I done told y'all this a million times, y'all don't fucking listen. Now she's a single mom with two kids, and she does pretty well for herself. I don't think she really need no help. She said she was making about 90,000 a year, and her car was paid off. I mean, as a single mother, that's a lot. Okay, like you could make a lot shake with a paid off car as a single mother. Now, I'm pretty sure on her dating profile that she mentioned that she has kids. Your dating profile should never say anything about you having kids. You should not be bringing up that you have kids until you've been dating someone for at least 2 to 3 months. Unless y'all both have kids and they bring it up first, you should not be bringing up that you have kids to somebody who does not have any kids until you know that this is something more serious than a hookup and y'all are talking about a relationship. Anyway, all this is to say that this girl was dating and letting multiple men meet her children. It wasn't just the one she ended up marrying. She let multiple men meet her children, which is something that I've also said in the past about boy moms and how they're more lax with their morals. They're more likely to have men in and out the house and to let their sons tag along as they date different men because they're searching for a man who is going to play that role to their sons. As soon as she broke up with the dude who didn't like her sons, she immediately called that old ass man, 20 years older than her, and told him she needed to move in with him. Immediately. I'm talking like within a week. And he said, the only way you moving in with me is if you was my wife. She then proceeded to go and buy this man a wedding ring and propose to him. She got on eHarmony and saw that he was still dating and updating his profile and looking for other women. But she proceeded to accept his shut up ring when he gave it to her and decided, okay, if this bitch dumb enough to go buy me a ring over a light little joke about her moving in with me after a fucking week, and he knew this is the perfect gullible bitch who I could be in the house with her kids and do whatever I want. Boom, target secured. She dead ass said that she liked him and he was so different because he connected with her kids. He actually liked her kids and loved her kids. You dumb bitch. Your own baby daddies don't even like those kids. The father of your kids don't even like your kids. How an old ass man who ain't never had no kids of his own in all his fucking 50, 60 years of fucking living like your fucking kids, bitch, and he been knowing you for 2, 3 weeks. Bitch, you shouldn't even know your fucking kids, ho. The bitch was dumb. The bitch was dumb. There was a lot of red flags, even in marriage. I don't know how true this is, but I saw some comments saying that once she got married to him, before she even had them 2 other kids, the 2 and the 4-year-old, who she took to the doctor, and the doctor said that yes, he has been molesting both of them, the 2 and the 4-year-old. Before she even had those 2, allegedly she said somewhere else that he had raped her 4 times before she even had those kids. So she proceeded to stay with a man who raped her 4 times post-marriage. She proceeded to keep her kids around him and then give him little girls. And while she was doing all of this, she was still making these trophy wife videos on YouTube selling y'all this lifestyle. Now that she's getting a divorce, she cannot continue to sell this trophy wife lifestyle. So her next profit will be exploiting the trauma of her kids, which is why I refuse to watch her videos. But I'm seeing so many bad takes and I'm not finding the pity or the tears in the situation. To me, I see a mother who failed. Y'all say not to be so judgmental, but this is a mother who flat out failed, and I will always hold y'all accountable because y'all are responsible for these kids. And predators are predators. Them little boys could have very well been being touched too, and she has not gotten them checked. She don't know what he has been doing. She don't know because she didn't give a fuck. All she thought was rich man. This is not Shara 7 fault. Shara 7 literally tells y'all, do not introduce your kids or talk about your kids to men, especially if you tricking. She wasn't even just trying to trick. She was so thirsty to get married to some old ass man and to sell this image that she did not even think about her children. Being a single mother is hard, but this is a woman who went through assault in her own childhood, and she should have been hyper vigilant. She also said that she was a product of assault. This was a generational curse that she carried because she didn't prioritize her children over her getting into a relationship. I do agree with the sentiments that a lot of single moms should not be dating because y'all begin to become so invested in this idea of a relationship and a marriage and this idea of a family that y'all push y'all kids to the side. Y'all kids don't want a new daddy. Y'all kids just want their mama. They want a safe environment. They actually don't want a random man coming into their house and taking over their life. Okay? You date that random man. You date that random man and leave your kids out of it. And if you're not in a position to date, then please don't put your kids at risk. Just don't. It's not worth it. Clearly, like she said, she was hyper vigilant. She felt like she always had her eyes on her kids. She felt like she went to sleep and all of this was happening in her own house. And how fucking big is the house? I'm sorry. There's no way he was doing this to a 2 and a 4-year-old. And she slept through it. And I'm not accusing her, but I'm just saying. I know soon as my man get out the bed at night and I be up, I know if my daughter get out the bed. As a mother, you feel every movement. As a mother to 4 kids, you not new to this, you true to this. A 2 and a 4-year-old room should literally not be no more. That's hearing distance, okay? 2 and 4, I leave that door open. I have to hear a 2-year-old. I have to hear a 4-year-old. My daughter just turned 5 and she still wake up in the middle of the night looking for me. I have to sleep in the bed with her. So as a mother, that's just something we do. We wake up for a midnight snack and we check on our kids. We do all of this. So too many red flags. He been doing this to both of them. And then one day you finally saw it when she was changing. She never said, "Mommy, it hurt." Like I say, I'm not accusing her, but I'm saying that she swept a lot of this shit under the rug and she ignored a lot of this shit. And that's the part of the story that's being skipped over. And the other part is that she's now exploiting this trauma and she's going to pivot into that type of content. That's what she's doing because she has to divorce her husband. But the shit, she said it happened 6 weeks ago. She said it happened 6 weeks ago. Is the kids even in therapy? Have you found a safe location while you came out with this? Have you started the divorce process? We don't know. But I don't think that's, I don't like the way she talked about the story. I don't like the way she brought it to us. I don't like none of that. And I think she need to take a lot more accountability, and she need to tell every red flag she saw and every red flag she ignored if her story is truly to help single mothers. And don't blame this on high value men or dating rich men or share a seven. The broke dude around the corner will do this to your kids. Anybody. They target single mothers. Y'all are targets. We are targets. Leave y'all kids out of dating. Leave y'all kids out of dating. And when it do come to them dating, it's a lot of tests you could do. Like, I always tell people I'm dating, oh, you can never meet my daughter. You will have to meet her dad first. Even if her dad is not active, I would say that, because a man is going to feel more threatened or more fearful if he did have bad intentions for your children, if he thinks that she has a father or a man who is going to crash out about her. So I don't care if you have to say, I got three brothers and they don't play about their niece. I got so and so in my family. I have a big village, a big family, and we take care of the children and we always watch them, and I don't need your help with my kids. Make that known when you're dating a person. But you bitches who be needy and always need help and asking for help with y'all kids, niggas not taking care of kids for free. They want something out of it, and it's not always you. It's not you. I don't care how nice and special and pretty and just all this you think you is. If your baby daddy's left you, you're not all that love. You're not. You're not.
First of all, I'll say single mothers are always a target. And I'll tell you why. Because this man sees that you need somebody to take care of your children, you need somebody to love you. You want to show the society that even as much as I have children, this particular man can still love me. Because you see, single mothers are finally found a man that marries them, right? They're always extremely proud and they like to put it in their bio. Mm-hmm. They will say, "Oh, I was a single mother of three when I met this man. He loved me regardless, even though I had three children." Or there's a particular trend that was going on TikTok. It still goes on, right? And they'll be like, "Oh, people say POV." When people say, "I'll never find the love of my life after six children," then they show themselves marrying another man that accepted the six children or the three children or the two children. So the way single mothers actually have that fear of, I don't know if somebody's going to love me, I don't know if somebody's going to love me with my children. So when they find that little tiny little affection, even if it's manipulation, they see it as, yes, this is exactly what I want. And they are easily deceived, especially the ones that don't know what they need to do, right? If she was truly making 90,000 a year, she can easily rent an apartment for she and her son. So, but then probably she's living a kind of lifestyle that she cannot afford. So she needs extra money, because making that kind of money in a year can afford you an apartment. I feel like she was too loose. The fact that the way she actually handled her sons, those are the ones she had before she married this person that actually molested the daughters. She was too loose with those two boys, taking them around, introducing them around, and all of that. That if those two boys were girls, I don't need to say it, we know what's going to happen. She married him in a week. I feel like that is the biggest red flag, and the fact that she actually went to get a ring is giving desperate, is giving marry me, or else I don't have a place to stay. And if you do that already and you show a man how desperate you are, they will do and undo. And giving you or getting you pregnant does not mean that he loves you, or does not mean he really cares about those children. It's just all he needs to do is do ta ta ta, and you're the one that will carry the pregnancy. You're the one that will do everything. So you're more or less like you're the one that have the child, right? So probably that was actually his plan the whole time. and then he raped you. He has raped you before. Okay, now I get it why a lot of people are actually coming for her. And now I get it why a lot of people are coming for our judging her. At first I was like, you guys don't judge her. But then I'm like, judge her for all I care. Because you saw all these things, you did all these things, and you still went ahead to marry her. And now you're shocked. Why do I feel like she's lying? And why do I feel like I feel like my whole perspective about this whole thing has actually changed, to be honest. And this is not me actually telling her good for you, because I feel really bad for those children. See, the only people that I feel bad for are those children, including the boys and the girls. I feel so bad for them because I always say this: it's not everybody that deserves to have kids. You married a man that raped you. You married a man that told you just come into my house and you only live with me if we are married. You married him in a week. You got him a ring and you expect him, or you're not telling everybody on social media that he's a high value man. How is he high value? And because she's with these Christian talk people, the Christian religious kind of people on TikTok that talk about God, how God showed me, all those people now that put God in everything, they always prefer to be living in a miserable life than to actually show people that they are miserable. They always hide things. They always want to paint things like, oh, God did this, God did that, but then they will not tell you the real thing that is going on. Why do I feel like this didn't even happen 6 weeks ago? And a lot of people are saying that maybe she's ready to change her content. That is why she's actually coming out to say the story, because normally this is not the right time for you to come and talk about the whole thing. Ignoring red flags is terrible. Ignoring serious red flag is way terrible. I don't want to know the kind of red flags that this particular man is showing you right now. It's going to show you worse. A man that has gripped you, you married him, you have daughters for him, and your mind is not telling you how he might also grip those children. If a man is capable of gripping an adult, trust me, he's capable of gripping a child or a baby. It's even easier for him to grip babies because they're not going to scream or anything because they don't know what's up. It's easier for them to grip babies. So, someone that has done something like that to you, what made you think that your children are safe with him? What made you even have kids with him and girls? And when you now have those children, what makes you to be so confident that he's not going to do something like that to those children? This whole situation should just serve as a lesson, especially for women that always feel like a particular look will make you get a good man, a particular way you talk will make you get a high value man, or a particular way you dress or something will make you get high value man. I feel like all this information, I don't listen to those kind of information because you can't tell me what to wear because I have to dress like this to meet man. It doesn't sound good to me. And you also attacking women, because I see some live videos of some ladies try to tell you, oh, you don't look good enough, try to pack your hair, oh, don't wear hairs like this anymore, do your makeup this way. I see it as you're just male centered, because most of the time women are doing all of that to look for man, because they come and tell you, I've not got anybody to talk to me for a long time, so help me. Then she'll be like, oh, I'm not talking about this particular creator, there's another creator, I don't know her name, but I've seen a live video before. She'll be like, show me, or let's have a video or something. Then, oh no, try to go to the gym, try to do this, try to do that. All this to get a man that will still do these things to you, all this to get a man that will still manipulate you and cheat on you, all this to get a man that will break your heart and do sort of things to you. It's not worth it. There's nothing wrong in looking good. I love looking good. I love hairs. I don't really like makeup like that because I feel it's so stressful. But I do makeup when I want to do makeup. You can dress very well when you want to go out. If you're in your house, you can look good, just smell nice for yourself. For yourself. Not because you want to attract a man. or a particular kind of man. And a lot of people coming for Shara Seven. Well, Shara Seven replied, I saw one of her video where she was like, I never told you to fall in love with a man. I never told you. That means you did not use your head, right? And that's what I keep saying. Shara Seven is a financial advisor. So all these relationship things that you people think you can gain from Shara Seven, all she talks about is how to get money, how to get money from this man. Because at the end of the day, they're going to do wicked and stupid things to you, but then you have your own money. But then Shara Seven always uses her head. She always tell you to use your head in most of the time. She doesn't tell you to fall in love. She doesn't tell you to. So I don't think she even tells you to marry. I don't know. I've not gotten. I don't really watch her like that, but I just see few clips on TikTok. But I don't think Shara Seven would have given this kind of advice. I know Shara Seven tells you how to dress for high value, the kind of hair that suits a particular occasion to meet a particular man, where to go. I know she says all of that, right? But when you get that man, what are the things you do, right? Do you ignore so many red flags that even when he sleeps with you, he rapes you, you still have children for you, you marry him in a week? I don't think I've ever heard that from Shara. If you have, let me know. I don't think Shara Seven have ever said marry him in a week, even if he gives you all your money in this world. I don't think I've ever heard her say something like that. That marry him in a week or get a man a ring. Get a man a ring. See, she has social media platforms. She has YouTube. I know that with YouTube alone, you can live comfortable if your page is monetized. You can live comfortable. With TikTok is monetized, yes, in some places. You can also live okay if you're consistent with your content. So she's kind of person that posts on social media. So you can actually live comfortable. And even if you work with brands as well, brands will pay you even if you're not monetized or you don't get enough money from Google AdSense, you can still get paid by brands. So apparently she's making enough money to rent an apartment. So I won't say because you cannot say because you're homeless and you're afraid that your children might not be homeless or you don't want your children to sleep or to be homeless. That is why you have to rush to marry a man that said, okay, I will take you in, but marry me first. That doesn't show that you're a good mother. That shows that you're desperate and inconsiderate and you don't even like your children. That man could have unalived your children on a spot and there's nothing you can do. Because how do you trust a man that you met on a dating app and you're marrying him in a week? Is that not madness? Is it not red flag enough for you to know that you met this man on a dating app? Now another red flag that you're marrying him in a week. I know there are a lot of things she did not come out to say. I know that she's hiding so many things and she's not going to come and say everything because this is not the only thing that has happened. She's the kind of person, as I see it, because I had to go check everything and really watch so many videos. I feel like she's it's kind of person that will hide so much pain but try to share a little thing for people and try to feel like, oh, this is an advice for single mothers. Well, this can be an advice for single mothers that are desperate. I believe single mothers that watch my video cannot be so desperate that they will want to marry a man in 1 week, and just because she cannot afford to pay house rent, you go and propose to a man in a week. Why should you even propose to a man to start it? Anyways, as I said, this video is going to have part one, part two, part three, part four. We're going to talk about this. In fact, I feel like there's a lot of video coming up about this because for me, I feel like there are a lot to learn from my situation. Single mothers can learn, mothers can learn, people that are on dating apps can learn, pick me's can learn, people that just listen to what people on social media say to them can learn, people that ignore red flags can learn, people that are desperate for marriage can learn. So different category of ladies can learn from our story. It's not just something that should just be overlooked. It's something that needs to actually be talked about because there are a lot of lesson in what happened to her and a lot could have been avoided, but she didn't. And because of she's thinking about content, money, and all of that, she'll keep. I feel like she'll post more videos about this. She has to. Anyways, what is your take on this? Do you feel like she's a terrible mother and yeah, she did terrible in her parenting, or she doesn't deserve this whole thing? Of course, I feel she doesn't deserve all this, no matter what. Nobody deserves for their child to be great. Do you think she's a terrible mother and she could have avoided it or not? What is your take? Let me know your thought down in the comment section. I thank you all so much for tuning in another episode. I hope you enjoyed this one. Please like and share and subscribe, and I'll see you all in my next one. Bye.